Hello, welcome into this week's edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola. I'm John McAfee. Today I'm joined by a junior running back on the football team, Jay Stanton. Jay, I appreciate you being here. Let's just start with what brought you to Samford. You're a Florida native. What was it during your recruiting process that really attracted you to Samford and made you want to come to Birmingham?
I came here for my OV, just met everybody, met the coaches and stuff, and they just felt like family. And I know that coming to this school, my religion would be a big factor. And coming from a religious background with my family, I just knew this place was the right place.
Were there some other schools maybe on your radar a little bit as well, or did it end up being a pretty easy decision for you to come to Samford?
It was a pretty easy choice. After I came from my OV, it was just, my mom loved it, and you know when the mom loves it, it just stuck.
Tell us a little bit about some of your future goals. What are you studying at Samford? What do you maybe see yourself doing down the road after football?
I'm studying psychology right now. I would like to be a sports psychologist, but you know, of course, any football player would like to go to the next league, so that is definitely a dream too.
Of course. Well, let's talk about what's happening on the field. It feels like the run game has started to get going. It was a little slow the first couple of weeks, but really the last 2 to 3 games, it feels like the running game has picked up. Do you feel like the ground game is headed in the right direction?
Yes, most definitely. I feel like the run game, O-line, running backs, we all are learning what we need to do, getting right what we need to do to be able to open up everything for our offense. So.
And how about your game? You've got 172 yards and 2 touchdowns over the last 2 contests. Are you happy with where you're at for this point in the year?
Most definitely not. Being competitive, I never want to be where I want to be, but with those 2 games, I like to thank the O-line. They was doing their thing.
You mentioned the O-line. I mean, what have you seen from them improvement-wise? We know it was a pretty green crew back in the spring, and a little bit of a slow start this year, but we've seen them steadily improve throughout the season. What have you seen out of the offensive line?
I just really seen them push on the line of scrimmage, like moving, opening holes, opening gaps, and just giving me light to break through. So,
talk a little bit about your relationship with Demarcus Ware. Obviously, you both see the field a lot. What is it like in the running backs room? How do you guys push each other to be better?
D-Ware, that's my boy, and he's just as competitive as I am, as any running back in our group. So we just all push each other, knowing that when we step on the field, we know what we need to do, and we should be able to execute.
Well, 2 tough losses in a row, that's probably a tough time to have your off week because you're kind of sitting there, thinking about those last couple of games. How do you stay focused when you have 2 weeks between games?
It's really hard to stay focused after 2 really hard losses, but it just comes down to the character of the team, and I know we got really good character between any individual on our team, so I know we're going to stay focused and come back even stronger.
You guys have any time during the off week to maybe relax, do a team activity, something that maybe will take the edge off a little bit?
No, but most of us hang around each other, so I know we're going to take the edge off. But it's still I wouldn't say it's a fun week. It's still a work week, but we still know how to have some fun with each other.
For sure. All right, Jay, we're going to end with some rapid fire questions. We're going to do some about you and then some about your teammates. All right. Do you have any pets?
One. It's a dog. She's a teacup beagle mixed with a chihuahua.
Name?
Lila.
Any siblings?
Three sisters. I'm the youngest.
Oh, really? 3 older sisters. That's got to be interesting growing up with 3 older sisters. Favorite musical artist?
Most of my teammates are going to clown me for this, but I'm probably going to have to go with Hot Boy. It's a Florida rapper.
There you go. Yeah, representing your home state. Okay. Favorite sport outside of football?
Basketball.
Okay. Favorite pregame meal?
Probably just a burger, a cheeseburger.
Okay. Do you prefer movies or TV shows?
Movies.
Okay. What's the best movie you've seen recently?
I haven't been to the movies in a minute, but I haven't been to a movie.
You a Marvel guy? Everyone.
Most definitely, I'm a Marvel guy. I could easily say any Marvel movie is my favorite.
Yeah, that seems to be the answer for everyone. Who's your favorite athlete of all time?
Percy Harvin or Adrian Peterson.
Okay. Kind of a follow-up. Who do you think is not your favorite, but the best running back of all time?
Barry Sanders.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. All right, we're going to move on to your teammates. Who's got the best taste in music?
I can't choose myself, can I?
No.
Nah, I know. D-Ware.
Okay. Who's got the worst taste in music?
I probably have to say Luke Byrne. He just be listening. It's just not my forte, but he be listening to some I think country. Okay. But it's not even the good country, so
I gotcha. Who's the most dramatic?
Jacquet Giles.
Who has the best touchdown celebrations?
Montreal Washington.
Most likely to become famous for something other than football?
I'll probably say Peyton Ringer.
Okay. Any idea what he might be famous for?
Probably fashion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. All right, last one. Who has the best social media game on the team?
Peyton Ringer, probably.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe that's what he'll be
Yeah, I
famous
know.
for. All right, well, Jay, I appreciate your time, man. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's junior running back Jay Stanton. I'm John McAfee. That'll do it for this edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola.